Most likely you have some incorrect monetary beliefs in your mind. This is most often due to the environment and upbringing in which you grow up. Just because of them, people often do not manage to break their financial maximum, but that's not a problem. Money beliefs can be easily corrected by putting in your mind the new correct habits and beliefs. After all, it is important to learn the basics of the financial world from an early age so that in the future not to make elementary mistakes. The earlier you learn these concepts, the easier it will be for you to live your dream life, and the sooner you can start to manage all your money. Here are a few of these money concepts that you should learn and master for later in life. 1. Law of choice. Did you know that you always have a choice whether to be rich, happy or not? Yes, it is entirely your choice. A person will never succeed in life without believing in themselves. You need to fix that and start believing in yourself and let money into your life. This applies not only to money, but to everything. Relationships, happiness, confidence, it's all your choice. 2. The basics of budgeting. A properly budgeted budget can at least help you correctly allocate and manage your expenses according to your priorities for a given period of life, and make it easier for you to cope with the financial pressures in life. Knowing your monthly income can be a simple way to plan your expenses for the next month, which will include paying bills, rent, car, food, insurance, and much more. It is important not to ignore the budgeting and to do it monthly, then your money will be happy. 3. Liquidity. Liquidity in another way is how accessible your money is. The most accessible is cash, because you can use it at any time. That's why your emergency fund should be in a cash account, because it should be readily available in case of an emergency. But assets like your home or retirement account are the least liquid. Because the money is not at your fingertips, it is for the most part invested, allowing it to grow over time. 4. Equity. In the words of financial experts, your equity is an indicator of your financial health. It also allows you to see how far you have progressed financially over time. You are in a good position if your assets are in surplus, and vice versa. If your assets are in deficit, you have work to do. 5. How credit cards, interest rates, and loans work. From the age of 18, you can have credit cards, so it's important to prepare for this in advance so you don't run into problems later on due to lack of knowledge. You can make all kinds of purchases with credit cards, but after 1 month you will have to repay the amount you made the purchases with. If you do not do this, you will begin to accrue high interest rates which will work against you. Based on this, it has become clear that credit cards give you money on credit. If you do not pay on time and do not pay back the amount received, the interest will accrue daily, resulting in a month of high interest. The wisest thing to do is not to pay interest. Use credit card credit by paying your monthly bills. You can get many kinds of credit such as car loans, personal loans, payday loans, and home equipment loans. These are given to you by banks or private lenders. You can take out a personal loan which is based on good credit and can be used for home improvement, weddings, or personal expenses. 6. Building up a credit score. To find out a person's financial situation, all you have to do is look at their credit score. It will show you how they are doing with their money. If you want to get a new credit card or loan, but you have a bad credit history, you are much less likely to be approved than if you ask for a loan from the same bank, but with a positive credit history. This is why you should keep an eye on your credit history. To learn how to use a credit card and to get an understanding of what credit in general is, you can ask for a student credit card. Once you get one, you can start building up your credit history, and it will come in handy for your future loans. Lending institutions look at your credit rating and decide whether to give you a loan or a credit card or not. That is why creating a positive credit history is a very important skill to learn early in your life. 7. Managing your bank account. You need to keep track of your bank account transactions and ensure that enough money is deposited into it. This is very important. The key step in learning how to manage your checkbook is to start managing your cash inflows and outflows and avoid overdraft fees. If you don't do this, you are more likely to pay a hefty fine to the bank in the future. It is in your best interest to learn the basics of keeping a checkbook and avoid wasting money on various penalties from your bank in the future. 8. Bear market. Often stocks can start to plunge as much as 20%, which is called a bear market. You should not panic every time this happens. You need to remember that the stock market is a roller coaster and there is a constant up and down motion. Therefore, the money tends to fall in value or rise, and so on in a circle. So treat this situation with understanding. 9. Tolerance to risk. Your ability to comfortably withstand the ups and downs of the stock market is called your risk tolerance. If you have a high risk tolerance during a market downturn, you may become agitated and prefer a more aggressive approach to investing, or you may choose to avoid the market. But risk tolerance is not just an emotional factor. Ultimately, it depends on how much time you have to invest, your age, your future earning potential, and what assets you have that are not invested, such as your home or inheritance.